We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Chicago Bears and the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday Night Primetime. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson in the booth. Riley Patterson on the field gets this thing going. Off we go on Sunday Night Football.
Why you all in my face, taking up all of my space? You should get out of my way. You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do. I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way. I got too many days. I don't even care. Get out of my way. Out of my way.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Come on, go!
On the ground, here is the rookie of Clemson. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 5.
Tag. Ready, ready.
They run it over center with Harris. Oh, big hole left side. And he will score. Touchdown Steelers. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. 2nd play of the game, big touchdown. They strike first.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Bears nothing.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now, Watkins on the return. Get across the 10. That is it. They'll be backed up to start this drive. Here's Williams to begin with a pass. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. On 2nd down, it's Williams. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Williams. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
You know, so they don't connect here, Mike, but I kind of like the early message because now as a defense, they have to understand that even if we have this guy covered, one of the best players in the entire league, this quarterback's going to continue to give him a chance at the ball. So not only do we have to cover him, we have to contest and make a play on every throw.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And now it's 4th down. So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Allen in motion. And he's going to have a Bears first down as he's able to take it up to the 30-yard line.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And
a throw right side is intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with first and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal. They'll turn and hand this one off. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now third and goal.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. They'll look to throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
The Steelers going to send out their field goal unit here. This, about as short as you can get. No issues there. This one is good. And the Steelers will extend to a 10-0 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
Now an opening past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. First carry here for Devon Achane. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 16 and very quickly a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
A gain of 9 brings brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 1. A play fake. Now Williams. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. But a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. He'll try and run it here. It's H.N.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run. 1st down and more inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown Bears. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. He'll drop to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. 3rd down coming up.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him. And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it's come out to the 20-yard line. On the ground to start the drive, it's H.N. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Allen in motion. Throwing on first down, it's Williams.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Catch made there by Allen. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Bears first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. And that's how this first quarter will come to an end. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Will. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. One of the Steelers has it. Inside the 40. Still going. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Extra point attempt still to come. His kick is good, and the Steelers will get out in front 17-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now Watkins on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Williams. He runs with it. From up and down, just shy of the 40. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's second down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
It is 2nd and 9.
What is up?
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Inside the 25. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Chicago. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A quick slant, looked in by Moore.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll swing this out to Harris. And nice work there after the catch. He was a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Now a 3rd and 2. We'll try to run for it with Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down. At least it appears that way. Got it by maybe the length of a football.
And it looked at first like that opening was going to close up on him, didn't it, Mike? I mean, really nice job there by the back. Patient and quickness, kind of all at the same time to find that hole. And he's able to get through to keep this drive alive.
He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll stick with him again. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
to throw. This one down the field, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
26 yards.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
First down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
On the bootleg, it's Williams. That's to Odunze again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Now a handoff, running right. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Steelers' 36-yard line.
They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. Base to run inside the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, Chicago.
23 yards. First down, Chicago.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane, and he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he will score again. Touchdown, Bears. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix and run, mix and pass. results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Steelers 17.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. Oh, yeah. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
He'll look to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Now a shot here, deep middle. He's got it. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Now a give on the ground. Oh, and he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. On the give, it's Jones. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
Well, they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
The run game not helping him out those last 2 plays, thus 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker, it is 1st and goal.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. That is a first National Football League touchdown for this rookie back. That is a moment, Greg, that he will cherish forever.
You got to hope he finds that ball. I can promise you every player who has ever scored an NFL touchdown, they have that first one somewhere. I know where mine is. It sits right on top of my shelf. It's a special moment, and they're hoping it's the first of many for this young back.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Now, Watkins on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
They're on the 31-yard line.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That is caught downfield by Odunze.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's good for a Bears.
He'll get up here and spike it, and time for one final play right here. On 2nd down, it's Williams. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
This is something they teach defensive linemen, Mike, that, of course, we want to get to the quarterback and pressure and hit him and ultimately sack him. But if you don't think you're going to get there, when his hand comes off the ball, your hands go up. Get in that throwing lane, get a deflection, and he's able to force the incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Now, Watkins on the return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, really with I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got other heads, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rapping pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All the folks in me, I thought it made me richer. Was okay to me.
Allen in motion. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. He'll find an open man. It's Allen. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. A play fake. Now Williams just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Third and 7. Allen in motion. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here to talk things over before 3rd down. Here's Williams now to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. To the left side. It is caught by Myers. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and that is incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Give up the middle, and they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
On first down, it's Harris. And, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
2nd and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Steeler first down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for. The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
Here's a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That is Myles Garrett. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to 4th down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers will extend their third quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Now, Watkins on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Allen in motion. Drive will start on the ground. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and a yard. They'll go play action here with Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
It's going to be third. They need 1. Williams. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down. The Bears send out their punt team. On the return is Jones. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. He'll get to the edge, but unsuccessfully stopped there for no gain.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Second and 11. Here's Harris. Oh, the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. I believe one of the Steelers was in there and brought it in. He did. So it stays with Pittsburgh.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they forced fourth down. Steelers getting ready to put this one away. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Taken at the 19. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. This pass caught right side, it's Allen. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up a second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
3. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Williams. That's caught left side by Odunze. He gets free. And he will score. Roll Odunze. Touchdown Chicago. That his 2nd TD catch of the season.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got McKenzie. It's complete. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Back to throw. That's complete to Moore on the right side. Broderick Jones, the former first-round pick, guilty that time. They'll throw out of the gun. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. The Bears have it.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down. And this one right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, You always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, drastically different things waiting for these two squads on the sideline as they run off. I mean, we can hear the defensive sideline celebrating all the way up here. I mean, back-to-back drives, they come away with the takeaway. Now, on the offensive sideline, there's no celebration awaiting. It's coaches looking to gather their guys together and say, look, we've got to have ball security. If we don't protect the football, we have no chance.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
19 yards. 1st down, Bears.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
And this one blown up. Good surge and drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
This defense knows the importance of this drive. They have to keep this game at 1 possession. That's a great start there on 1st down.
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. That one to the end zone, but incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And now 3rd and goal coming up.
Down in here in the low red zone, Mike, these windows are just so short. The field's a lot wider than it is deep, so it really changes the scheme and the progression of the quarterback, and nowhere really to go with the ball, and falls incomplete.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch, and now 4th down. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Now, faking the give. This one is caught by McKenzie. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 32 yards.
defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
To the ground, a first down run. And he surges focus for a gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. He gets this one to Moore. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 3rd and a yard. He'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
They'll go, and it's Harris. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
What is up?
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and
9. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. This brought in out past the 20. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. He's close to a first down. To gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. They run it over center with Harris. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
only a yard, but a big yard. 4th and 1. They'll look to throw. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down.
So here as the quarterback, you can't take that sack. You have to understand it's 4th down. While you don't want to throw a pick, you've got to get this ball out of your hand and give one of your playmakers a chance to make a play for you and extend this drive on 4th down.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. Good for a Bears first down.
16 yards. And the Bears first down.
Handoff here, up the middle. The hole closes quickly. They'll pick up about 3.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Tremble comes in motion. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Up the middle they go. A gain of 11. And it's 1st and goal.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.